Here are some more things I hate teachers saying. Don't worry. Now I have a general rule of thumb. Whenever a teacher tells me not to worry, that's my cue to start worrying. Surely if I wasn't supposed to worry in the first place, then the words don't worry shouldn't be necessary. So it's quite obvious I am supposed to be worried, especially when the words don't worry almost always come right after you've made a big mistake. And by the way, the teachers don't actually mean don't worry. What they really want to say is, oh my god, we just went over this and you still messed it up. But they don't want to say that, so they have to make it out like it's not really a big deal. Which I deem as rather insulting, if I'm honest. Do you think I'm too fragile to take criticism? Or do you take me for a social justice warrior or something? I don't understand why you're talking. Yes, you do. And you know you do. Realistically, there are only three main reasons why we'd ever be talking during your lesson. A, we're talking about the work. B, your lesson is amazing and we're talking about how fun it is. Or C, heaven forbid, your lesson is boring as heck. And also, talk about personal incredulity. Just because you don't understand someone's reasoning for doing something doesn't necessarily mean it's wrong. And even if that wasn't the case, what has the teacher even tried to achieve here? So what, do you think by presenting us with your lack of understanding, you'll be guilt-tripped into shutting up or something? Really? Is that what you think is going to happen? If you waste my time, I'll waste yours. Shut up, teacher. Your time. What makes you think this hour period given to you to teach us is your time? So these teachers want to come across as fair and rational, so they offer you this kind of wager. But the wager doesn't even make sense. This isn't even a fair wager at all. Okay, firstly, what makes you think our lack of cooperation in this mandatory lesson can be traded with our voluntary break time? That's like forcing someone to assist you in a bank robbery and then murdering them when they set the alarm off. We don't create the circumstances here, you do. So if we don't like the deal we're getting, that's not our fault, is it? And secondly, that's pretty easy for you to say, because you're getting paid to do this and we're not. There you are, reaping the benefits, whilst we're here listening to you teach us how to reap the benefits in the future. If you don't value your education, you'll end up in, and then they mention a bad job. Now coming from a friend or family member, this isn't a problem. But it's a valiant statement coming from a teacher, because half of the jobs they're burlesquing make more money than the teachers themselves. And not only do they make more money, but they oftentimes require more skill as well. Just think about it. Someone who works at McDonald's has to not only be able to cook, but also be able to manage a kitchen. A bin man has to operate a large truck, collecting people's rubbish for hours. All teachers do is go to a school full of kids who know relatively nothing, tell them something that's already common knowledge to them, and then go and mark their books according to someone else's mark scheme, and half of you idiots don't even do that. And do you think your job's difficult? No. At best their job's time consuming, not difficult. As a result, I don't see this phrase as much as a problem, because all they're saying to me is, you're so talented that even if you were to stop your education now, you'd still be more successful than me. How's that supposed to be upsetting? That's amazing. Stop talking, this isn't a social club. So not only is this phrase completely random, but it's a complete non sequitur anyway. It's not a social club. So what? Do people only talk at social clubs? I dare the teachers who say this to go to any sports team and say that to the players. I mean, surely, stop talking and focus on the game. When a teacher says to work in silence, I'm someone who gets distracted very easily, and whilst making the class silent would be a valid solution in theory, all it means that in the case that someone inevitably does make noise, for example someone coughing, it becomes more noticeable and therefore much harder to avoid it. And also, I don't see the logic of this phrase. They weren't able to obey me when I asked them to work quietly, but they will be able to obey me when I ask them to work in silence. Makes sense, doesn't it? And there you have it. And there are probably more, but these are the main ones. These phrases, as well as the phrases spoken of in my last video, are the stupidest things teachers say. If you can think of more, leave them in the comments or something. But until next time, have a great day.